Our story starts a super long time ago before anything we know was here. There was no Earth yet. There was no sun yet. There were no planets at all. In the middle of space there was a giant puffy cloud. It was a cloud made of gas, and a cloud made of dust. This cloud was a special place where baby stars are born. It's called a star nursery. Far away, a huge star was getting old and tired. That star exploded in a big bright blast called a supernova. The explosion sent a wave rushing through space like a splash in a pond. The wave bumped into our big cloud and gave it a push. Parts of the cloud got squished together and became thicker. Gravity started to pull everything in. The more stuff came together, the stronger the pull got. It was like a snowball getting bigger. The cloud began to spin faster and faster as it got smaller. The spinning made the cloud flat, like a giant pancake in space. In the middle, a hot, squished ball started to grow. This was the beginning of our sun. It got hotter and hotter, like an oven, until something amazing was about to happen. At last, something amazing happened. The middle of the cloud got super hot and squished. It started to shine. This is when tiny pieces called atoms join together. They make a new thing called helium. When this happens, a lot of energy and light comes out. The sun was born. It glowed bright for the very first time. The new sun blew out a strong wind made of tiny, fast pieces. This wind pushed away lots of the leftover gas and dust near the sun. The sun was huge. It had almost all the stuff in our whole solar system. The sun was so hot, it baked the middle part of the spinning disk, but far away from the sun it stayed cold and icy. This made a special line called the frost line. It split the warm and cold parts. Close to the sun, only rocks and metal could stay. Everything else melted away. Far from the sun, it was cold enough for water and other things to freeze into ice. That's why we have rocky planets close to the sun, and big gassy planets farther away. The sun's birth was just the beginning. Next, the planets would start to form. With the sun shining, the big disk around it began to change. Planets were getting ready to be born. Long ago, tiny bits of dust spun around in space. They started to stick together like making a snowball. Over a long time, these dust balls grew bigger. First, they were as small as pebbles, then as big as rocks. These growing space balls are called planetesimals. That means baby planets. As they got bigger, their pull got stronger. They grabbed more and more dust and rocks. It was wild. It was messy. And sometimes it was a little bit crazy. Sometimes these space balls crashed and broke into tiny pieces again. But other times they stuck together and made even bigger space balls. Close to the sun, the new planets were made of rock and metal. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. A big space rock called Theia crashed into baby Earth. Boom! The crash sent lots of hot rocks flying around Earth. Those rocks came together and made our moon. That's why we have seasons. Farther from the sun, the baby planets could grab lots of ice. This helped them grow super big. They got so huge, they pulled in lots of gas from space. That's how the giant planets, Jupiter and Saturn, were made. Our solar system is like a big family. Each planet is special and has its own story. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. It gets super hot during the day and really cold at night. Venus is covered in thick yellow clouds. It is the hottest planet, like a giant oven. Earth is our home. It has blue oceans, green land, and lots of animals and people. Mars is red and dusty. Scientists think it once had rivers and maybe even lakes. Between Mars and Jupiter is the asteroid belt. It is full of rocky space rocks. Jupiter is the biggest planet. It is super huge and has a big red spot that is a giant storm. Saturn is famous for its beautiful rings. The rings are made of ice and rocks. Uranus is blue-green and spins on its side like it is rolling around the sun. Neptune is dark blue and very windy. It is the farthest big planet from the sun. Far away is the Kuiper belt. It has icy worlds like Pluto and lots of comets. From hot Mercury to super hot Venus, to our amazing Earth, to red rocky Mars, to stormy Jupiter and ringed Saturn, to the faraway ice giants and the frozen worlds beyond, every planet is like a different friend in our space family. Long ago, people could only see space with their eyes. They looked up and saw stars and planets in the night sky. People wondered what those bright dots were. They watched them move and shine. Some people built big stone circles like Stonehenge to help them know when it was summer or winter. They knew the stars and planets were special, but they did not know what they really were. Then, people made the first telescope. Now they could see space much better. A man named Galileo saw moons around Jupiter. He learned that not everything goes around Earth. He also saw that Venus changes shape like our moon. This showed that planets go around the sun. This was the start of modern space science. People wanted to learn more about our solar system. Then came rockets. We could send people and machines into space. Now, we were not just looking at space, we were going there. The Voyager robot flew far away and took pictures of big planets like Jupiter and Neptune. Robots like Curiosity and Perseverance drive on Mars. They look for signs that there was once life there. By studying Venus, we learn about what makes Earth warm or cool. By looking for water on Mars, we wonder if there could be life somewhere else. By studying asteroids and comets, we learn what Earth is made of. Exploring space helps us learn about ourselves and our place in the universe. It reminds us that Earth is our special home, floating in space. We are a tiny blue dot in the big, amazing universe, and our story is just beginning.
Amazing. Thanks for watching. If you get to learn something new, hit a like, and help me make more of what you love. Subscribe now because we uncover what you always wondered.